much more discussion on this. But talking of Højlund and United, they got a point, of course, as well. Here is the Manchester United manager's reaction. Ruben Amorim.
Well, Ruben, your thoughts on your team and their efforts today?
I think we did well. Of course, we don't want to play like this, defending so much and giving the ball to the opponent. But with all the games, with all the problems, and then the characteristics of the players, try to leave Lindelof, for example, without games, trying to let him without a lot of meters to cover. Casemiro is more comfortable in this kind of game, so I try to adapt and to imagine the game that we could win, and we proved that today.
Are you on the back foot mainly because it's a tactical decision from yourself, given the options you've got, the players you have available?
It's also the opponent. The last game for Champions League was high pressure from PSV, man to man, and they are harder to mark in this way. In the low block, we can control more the game, and then we have some good players for transition. I think Garnacho made a really complete game. So he was upset last Thursday, and today it was amazing. That
said, once you went ahead in the game, did you feel like the confidence grew and you became a much more threatening side? Yeah,
it's normal. It's normal, and we try to let the starting 11 until the goal, because you know that when you suffer a goal, all that the players tired from the last games is going to show, and we push a little further. I think it works. It worked a little bit, but we try to choose the best moments to press high, and we have some moments winning the ball, and we create a lot of chances to win the game today.
As I mentioned, that lead at the top, and as we mentioned earlier on, Liverpool now just need a maximum of 16 points in their remaining 9 games to win the title. And Mikel said he's not going to give up, and rightly so. But you said today this was a game they needed to win.
Yeah, we did need to win. And when we don't win a game like this, and obviously with our goalkeeper making some extraordinary saves, you know, the question is always forwards. And we are lacking. We're lacking forwards, because I think that when you look at the possession in the first half and the chances created, with a forward in there who's in there for that particular reason, to try and get on the end of things, that's where you miss it. You've got people continuing trying to arrive. You're trying to hold it up for people to make runs. You want someone in there so you can just put it in there and they can finish. And I think that's probably, in the end, will probably cost us, not having that person in there to take those chances, to make it a more comfortable game for us.
I mean, we were just saying to Wrighty there, Wanyeri's 17, been amazing since he's come to the side. Had a bit of a down day today. It happens when you're a young kid. But they shouldn't be relying on him to be the star at Old Trafford. They've got a central midfield player playing up front. I know they've got injuries, but if you're second and you're chasing to win the league, you need more options than that. And that's why I said, in a way, I actually think they've overachieved in many ways, because this group of players has done amazing. But I still think they need 2 difference makers to take you from here to take the next step. If you look at what you're competing against, you look at, the Haalands and the Salahs, they need a guy like that. If they get it, they could win everything. Yeah. I really believe that.
Did you share that opinion at the end of last season?
Yeah, everybody did. All the Arsenal fans.
Everybody's thinking it was going to happen in respect of who they're going to get, because that's what we need now. We got so close twice. Looks like we're going to probably get close again this season. You think you just need that piece, and then the people to stay fit, and you're probably going to challenge them. I think that we'll be a lot closer to Liverpool with that striker who could take those chances in those moments what Arsenal need, like we needed today in the first half.
Look what Liverpool has. Look at all the different options. You've got Mo Salah, Shota,
Gakpo,
Diaz.
The 6 of them. Whereas I think if Saka's out, which he's been absolutely amazing for them, if he's out, is Martinelli going to get the goals? Yeah, I know. A couple of seasons ago he got
15.
You got 15. That's great. But again, those goals have dried up. Havertz is a great player, but he's not a number 9. So you're relying on people to do something that's not their expertise. Just go get an Osimhen or somebody. Go get somebody that it's his job to score goals. You got everything else. Great goalkeeper, best defence in the league. Midfield is absolutely fantastic. Just need another one in there with Declan and Ødegaard. But go get a striker and a centre mid. You can go win everything. The money's coming in. They're selling the Smith Rowes and those types of players. They must have the money.
It was very, very low, wasn't it, in the summer? So.
Yeah, it was. That's why, again, you could go back to January and say something should have been done to strengthen. I don't know who they could have got, but that's not the job. Is to try and find somebody, and it didn't happen. And so you have to feel like, again, we have to start thinking about the summer because you watch a game like that again and you just feel like it's just something missing. Options up front, and we needed that even before
Mikel Arteta in that sense. Do you feel for Mikel Arteta?
I've said on here, I don't think that he's been backed very well by the people upstairs, especially like I mentioned it twice now that we've finished second. What more do you need? He's turned the club totally around, getting the fans on board, getting the players what he needed to get out, and then getting the players that he needed to get in, building that culture with the fans. Everything went quiet with the owners and everything, but now, when you look at how far he's taken us, people are blaming Mikel. We saw his record at the start of this game, how many games he's won, and the managers who have done that above him. And he needed help from upstairs. As simple as that. So I'm delighted that Amorim Arteta's coming in now, and he has to come in now at the start of the summer to get ready to go. We can't wait anymore. You can't let a manager like Mikel maybe say, you know what, your ambition isn't matching mine now. I've done it. I'm going to finish second 3 times, and you still haven't got a striker for me. 3 winders, like 5 winders in 3 years. This question has got to be asked.
100% agree. Mikel's done his job. He's turned this club completely around. All that negativity that was in and around at that time with Arsene leaving and Unai Emery coming in, he's fixed all that. Got rid of the ones he didn't want. Created an amazing culture. They're right there. Now you got to back him. He's there. You can't tell me Mikel didn't want a striker in January. Then all of a sudden, you over-rely on Saka and his fitness, and Kai Havertz, who virtually plays every game. They break down. Martinelli breaks down, and then you're left with a 17-year-old who's a brilliant 17-year-old, by the way, and a central midfield player who's playing as a striker. That can't be. You think back to what Arsenal had back in the day up front. Bergkamp, Wrighty, Perez, Overmars, Kanu, Henry. I mean,
Will Tord.
Literally, they had 7, and now you're relying on a really good number 10 in Kai Havertz to do the job for you, and now Marino. It just seems, I don't understand why that centre-forward position has almost died out, Wrighty. It's like there isn't that many options up there.
But then you look at, we're talking about centre-forwards, then you look at someone like Rasmus Højlund. Now, they've paid what they've paid from 63, 70, whatever it is. And if you're going to be paying that money, you are taking a chance. So you look at Højlund, it was 63, whatever it is. You look at Darwin Núñez, he was 80, something. And then you look at Isak, he was 60-something. It's a gamble. And I don't care what anyone says, whoever you're picking, it's going to be a gamble. So you might as well go in with what you're going to go in for, do your due diligence on that player for how you want to play Arsenal, and just go and get him and make it work, because you can see it can come undone for you, like we're seeing with Højlund at the moment, unfortunately for him, and we've seen with Darwin Núñez. It can go wrong for you, but at the same time, you've got to dip your feet in that water.
Okay.
What a match today, what a match. Honestly, Manchester United really surprised me today. They played well. What a game. They are on top of their game today, and they really surprised everyone today. Amorim shows some of his tactics. He shows some of his levels of game. He shows, in a tactical approach. He knows that he cannot match Arsenal one-on-one. He knows that Arsenal are better when you come to a team together, when you come to a players, when you come to, distributing the ball, controlling the game. Amorim knows that Arsenal is way better. What do? He decides to pack a bus. That is how some people decide to call it. He decides to take charge, defend. There is no shame on it, except that they will not have this point that they get today. So, honestly, give Manchester United their flowers. Well, he will say that, Manchester United also is a big team, blah, 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 but still, sometimes when you find yourself for that moment, make use of that moment. That is, organize yourself in the situation you are. So that is what Manchester United will do. Defend well and, it's not easy even to defend. Because Chelsea playing Arsenal next week, I don't think Chelsea can defend as Manchester United do. Because if they can defend as Manchester United do, they can even do better than Manchester United. But they can't defend like Manchester United do today. So kudos to Manchester United. They really played well, honestly.